In this video, let's talk about the situation if you're not really doing this for your own business, but you're doing this as a freelancer or as part of an agency and you're doing this for clients. What's different? Well,
this video is brought to you by OppiePies Academy.
For clients, client management, yeah, you have to manage them, is very important because clients will have all sorts of wild ideas of what you should do and what they heard on the internet and what they saw on YouTube, and everybody is recommending things to them and they have no idea. You're the expert and they're going to tell you to try to do everything and send you on all kinds of wild goose chases. And by the way, they will want this at cheap prices, and by the way, they're going to ask you to generate sales, create branding, everything else. And they will also stress in the end when you try to do everything that they ask you for low prices. They will stress out, if things aren't working because, they kind of set the stage for things not to work, right? They kind of just gave you a bunch of random things to achieve. And then they stress when it doesn't happen. And then guess what's going to happen? Ironically, they're going to blame you if you don't achieve their goals. Okay, so maybe they want sales as their main goals, but because they wouldn't let you focus on sales, but because they had all these ideas they ask you to implement, you don't achieve your goal, and they're going to say it's your fault. It doesn't happen like that with every client, but it happens like that with many, many clients. So this is something to really be careful of. So what should you do? You got to explain to your clients everything patiently and many, many times, because you do have to excuse them, because whatever you're helping them with, they're not expert in that. You're the expert and you have to be patient. They're kind of beginner. So even though they're paying and they're the boss, we should understand, you're the adult, they're the child. Very often it's like that. We cannot tell them that, but that's how it is. So you have to discuss what you will do with them, discuss with them, educate them, make them choose singular goals for what you should achieve. If you ask, what do you want? They're going to say branding, sales, everything else. No, you should say, what's the main thing? Okay. And then you center all your strategies around that and explain your methods and make sure that they understand. Ask them, do you understand? Do you agree with it? If they agree with it, great. And then you also have to explain to them why their ideas would set them back. Make sure they understand. Literally ask, do you understand? Look at them in the eye. See if they're showing acknowledgement. If they acknowledge the risks of their ideas and they still want to do it, that's fine. But you will tell them, okay, but this might take longer. This might cost more money. Is that okay? They should say, yes, that is okay. And you put it in writing. Because remember, you're the expert. You must be the source of suggestions for the good practices. And you're supposed to help them avoid all the random suggestions they'd get from YouTube or wherever else they're getting their bad ideas from. And you always have to do this politely and professionally because they are paying. And this can be an exercise in patience because it's a waste of time all the time to explain things to them. And it's okay to explain for the first time, but about the fifth time it gets old. But that's your job. That's how you manage your clients. Make sure you get their okay on everything. You educate them, you explain, you get them to say okay on everything. Then you document that. And then if they complain in the future, you show them those notes, those meeting notes where they said, okay, I acknowledge the risk. I still want to do strategy X. You show them those notes and say, hey, you chose this. I tried to talk you out of it. That's how you can keep yourself from having these crazy complaints by stressed out clients, and have them not become their own worst enemies and not get in the way of you actually doing good work for them. So that's how you manage your clients.